Good afternoon from Legoland Windsor Resort. I've just popped in to do some rides, eat some food, as I'll now cut to. This is me eating the food in the Legoland Hotel and explaining the experience. Thank you. Live on the ground, Max. Welcome to Studio Max's little segment here. I rocked up to the Legoland Windsor Hotel and they were very kind to let me in through this entrance. This is not usually allowed. I just spoke to concierge and said, I'm sorry, I've just rocked up at this entrance. Would it be alright if I come in? And he said, oh yeah, there's just this time, but in general it's not good. Not allowed. I decided to eat at the Skyline Bar for lunch inside the Legoland Hotel itself. Had these little iPads, which I quite like. Well, not iPads, I don't believe they're affiliated with Apple. Sorry Apple for saying you're collaborating with Merlin Entertainments. But the only issue with these, yet again, you can't order on Merlin Annual Pass discount. You can't get your 20% off. So I had to go to the bar anyway. But this helped me obviously pick my food, as this is the menu now. I don't think they have any paper menus. It's just this electronic screen. I ended up going for the Skyline Burger, which was £26. Ouch. However, I will say it was pretty delicious. That was one of the best burgers I've ever had. I'm filming this a week later after eating here, and I've still been dreaming about this burger. I've told all my family and friends, I'm like, we got to get ourselves to Legoland. Oh, they didn't have any salt sachets, so I asked for some salt and he brought out this tub, which was quite funny. I did not use the whole tub, suffice to say. But that was delicious, this burger. Caramelized onions, jalapenos, 3 patties, bacon. I couldn't finish the whole thing. That's as much as I could have. Oh, and then you had these 2 onion rings on the top. And the onion rings were okay. But they're not my favourite thing, onion rings. And yeah, if you sit outside, you can overlook that little lake there. You can sit in that outside seating area just there. Even closer, thank you very much, Max. But I decided to eat in. I should have shared my burger with these fishies. God, I miss Dino Safari. That was my childhood. The queue for Flight of the Skyline is external for reserve and ride. Ouch. Just came to check the show times. Looks like I'm not in luck. Looks pretty busy for the LEGOLAND Express at the moment. Looks good in here, doesn't look too busy. It might actually be half an hour. Or less, maybe. Look at this.
Gives you the power over the greatest evil. But I'm no good with sword. Father had this power.
Know where your safety valve is full. Your days of life.
Seriously, get more money to the
It's one of the most gamey, loud gun systems going. I actually thoroughly enjoy laser raiders. Most of the effects work when you shoot them. Some sort of movement happens after hitting the target. Oh, also, never explained to me before, the lady who just dispatched me said it's double points if you hit the red lights compared to the green ones. So there you go, if you want to beat your friends, that's how. I genuinely think it's one of the better themed dark rides in the UK. I actually find it incredibly charming. Oh god, it's Sam Sinister, get him! Johnny Thunder, you got him! Scarab Bouncers has got rid of the maintenance ladder in the middle, the yellow ladder which is usually there. That's good to see. I enjoyed my ride on the Laser Raiders. I still think it's quite a good dark ride for the UK at the very least. Just not long enough, unfortunately. It needs to be a little longer. I'm going to try the train again because I'd like to get on a ride, especially after getting that exclusive cred of seeing it go through the tent just then in the queue line. That was pretty cool. And we'll see where we go from there. Shout out to the woman attending Jolly Rocker there. She's putting ones and twos together. I got the back row. She called me down for a one and put me in the back row, so great job from her. Although in truth, I don't know if I should have been a one in the back row, as that burger is now threatening to resurface. Because yeah, it was quite a fair cycle on the old Jolly Rocker. We kept swinging and swinging. So yeah, don't feel the best now. The Dragon is in the second turret, the queue line, so it's a no-go for me today. After a few weeks ago coming and it was in the first turret and took a lot longer than it should have done, in my humble opinion. But maybe later we'll try and go back, poking through the trees. I'm gonna go to the Enchanted Forest now, try something a little different. I used to always walk through here as a kid, but I haven't done it in ages. Oh, also, while I remember, Laser Raiders was impressed it was only 15, that was good, even though it said 30. And the LEGOLAND Express was still too long, but I would love to take the vlog. I did it earlier this season, they've got new models. I think they look pretty good. Some of the nostalgic ones from my childhood are no longer with us, unfortunately, but in general looks good, the improvements they made. I gotta say, the Enchanted Forest is not what it once was. I'm sure these types of things used to have Lego models like moles in them and stuff. I remember badges as well as a sort of childhood memory of mine, but I don't think there's anything here now. You've got a little duck. That's a shame. Bring back some more models around here, Lego. Like they've done with the Mythica area. They've added a little Enchanted walkthrough. Well, it's not called Enchanted walkthrough. It's Mythica walkthrough. We need more than one little Lego duck in this area. Come on. So, I did the Dragon, and I did Merlin's Challenge. I apologise, I did not give my review of Merlin's Challenge at the time. Sort of like a Sea Storm type ride. It used to be next to Dino Safari back in ye olden days. And it used to have a sort of pterodactyl in the middle as a Lego figure. Now it's just the Merlin statue, which isn't as impressive, unfortunately, but still a fun ride. Really throws you into the side. Some, I guess some great laterals, also a lot of uncomfort. It's a mixed bag. But then I went back into the Dragon before I left this area. I thought I'd go into the castle courtyard and saw it was only in the first turret. I would have queued about 20 minutes because that's what my timer said when I came back into the station, but I actually got called up as a single rider. Well, he asked for a group of two, I told him just the one, he said that's fine. So I got on in 15 minutes, but if I'd been with the family who were behind me, it would have been 20 minutes, that's when they got on. Because I literally came back round, 2 trains in operation, and they were in the air gates, so I would have been exactly 2 trains behind. So yeah, pretty good. From that position in the queue line, only 20 minutes. Bear that in mind, much better than the other day when I came and I was deathly hungover. It was scorching hot, and kids screaming everywhere. And they were loading half the train from Reserve and Ride. Today it was nowhere near as bad for Reserve and Ride, probably just like a third or a quarter of the train, so it was moving more, which was good. Yeah, I love the Dragon. Such a great ride. We have so few roller coasters in this country which actually try their best to theme themselves up, so big fan of the Dragon. Glad I got a ride in today, didn't think I would, so thumbs up from me. And again, another quick thumbs up again for the Legoland staff member who called me down. Been called down twice, so that's great to see, love that. I would love to do the log flume, however it's still got quite a big queue. It's a muggy day today, it's only going to get colder now we're in September. It would be nice to ride, but yeah, unfortunately, still a little busy, we'll come back later maybe. So Ninjago says it's 40 minutes, but no one's in this outside area, which usually means it's a go. No one on the staircase, straight upstairs. Definitely not 40. Overestimation from Lego. Wow, not even in this room. This used to, I don't know if it still does, it doesn't have it anymore. It was an Xbox Kinect, and you used to move your hand around and you'd move the elements. They have since dropped the queue line. As I just left, it said 15 minutes, which is a lot more accurate. I mean, it's more like 5. We walked straight into the station. But yeah, good to see. Good to see it wasn't purposely inflated queue time. That maybe it was busy and then just came down a minute ago. Unfortunately, that's as far as the nice things I have to say goes. I just don't like Ninjago that much. I don't think it's an enjoyable experience trying to just... And you're not really aiming, because the aiming system isn't great on there, so all you're doing is just throwing your hands around hoping you hit something. Which I get pretty good at. If I'm trying, I can get a pretty good score on there. But I don't think that's fun, just to know how to game the system so that you perfectly are in line with the sensor to score maximum points. That's not a fun game, as opposed to being skill-based and you're able to shoot at exact targets which are worth more and the shooting is accurate. You know, I much prefer a gun than those hand shooters.
Spectacular monster party to start.
Looks like Fairy Tale Brook is at the merge point, just there, which is good. Here we go, Fairy Tale Brook, best ride on Bark.
Little pig, let me come in.
Also, just to quickly say, I rode the Monster House Party because there was no queue, or virtually none. I managed to get on the next cycle. With that being said, people behind me didn't get let on, despite the fact there were 28 available seats. Ouch! So I don't really know what's going on there. But at the same time, I was the last person let in, and I didn't even get to see the pre-show. But we were waiting outside for a few minutes anyway, so I don't know, maybe some miscommunication there today. But I don't mind the Monster House Party, Vekoma Madhouse. Pretty good. Just the building looks like it's in disrepair. It's not the best. That needs to get looked into. And I wouldn't queue more than 10 minutes for it. If I'm on the next cycle, then I'll ride it. If there's a queue bigger than that, then I'll walk straight past. But I managed to snipe that at a good time, as when I left the ride, it looked like the queue had gone up to, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so. Which sort of proves my point that I don't do that ride unless I can get straight on it. If I'd seen it on that 20 minutes or so, I would have just walked straight past.
My command, master.
Open the door! He's
Smile up. Looks like they've turned the old Duplo Theatre into a meet and greet. It says look on the app for meet times, so don't know when exactly. It was sad to see them get rid of the puppet show, but glad to see they're doing something with that space. LEGOLAND Express is broken down. Glad I'm not in that queue line. Did the right thing avoiding that. Just took a whistle-stop tour through Mythica there, and it is incredibly busy. Skyline's still on 60. We've only got 1 hour left of the day. The Hydra's Challenge, the little water ride, is looks to be on 45 or something like that as well. Not too sure I'm going to do myself. We're just going to have a walk around, see if we can get any more discounts. That's what we're looking for. Queue lines where I look and go, okay, that would be a win. We get in there, we're going to be in for a shorter than average wait time. It's just opened up, so I think I'm going to go for it. Speak of a discount and it will appear.
Guys, that's all babies off of that.
Remain seated. You must remain in your own. Divers up ahead. There's just so much choice. Wave to the Coast Guards. How cheeky! It looks. That baby elephant has the other creepy surprises.
So I only waited one train for the LEGOLAND Express. The whole ordeal took 30 minutes. Ouch. They have one of the slowest loading procedures I've ever seen. I know they need to close down the queue line of laser raiders, as we saw earlier in this very vlog. But there's got to be a quicker way than what's going on there at the moment. I only just made that train as well. If I'd missed that, probably would have been an hour. The good news is, whilst on the ride, I saw the Deep Sea Adventure has quite a short queue, so let's ride.
Ah, recruits! Keep on coming. We're approaching Atlantis.
I just had a interesting ride on Deep Sea Adventure. The kids in my submarine were having a lot of fun, let's put it like that. And when you're in a submarine which is enclosed and it's an incredibly echoey material which is used to build the submarine itself, that was quite something on my ears. But I enjoyed that ride, same as I enjoyed LEGOLAND Express, which I didn't actually say. I complained about the half an hour, I didn't say. I think the improvements they've done are great. I like the new storyline where you're joining this photographer to take the best picture possible for this trophy. And Deep Sea Adventure is nice and relaxing and calming. It's a shame it's not a little longer, and if you sit on the left-hand side, there's basically nothing to see. I'm gonna ride Pirate Pools as my last ride. Probably a big mistake. So it turns out it's a single rider policy for Pirate Falls, which I did not know until I got to the front of the queue. Thankfully a friend of mine who works there was on hand to help and got another member of staff who was very kind to sit next to me. poor girl, but thank you very much for doing so. So my last ride of the day was not a waste, otherwise I would have thought, gosh, someone should have ridden the Skyline instead of the Falls. But thought I'd get the Falls in just before it gets to Halloween, and it's probably a little too breezy to ride. But yeah, I'm just going to walk through Miniland now on my way out. Always enjoyed Pirates, by the way, it was good fun. And the water effects weren't on. Apparently they were on earlier. The girl was saying that apparently they turn off after there's an evac or something, and there was an evac or a breakdown earlier, so that was good. Usually I'd be annoyed about effects not working, but I'm relatively dry for the journey home. There's usually a lot more movement going on in Miniland. It's just because it's the end of the day. They turn off most of the figures so that people are more inspired to get the hell out of it and the staff can go home. Skyscrapers are looking very fresh, and the gherkin is as well.
אני עושה סיבוב. הנה ארי.
We've made it to the top of the hill. I think we're going to pop into the Lego shop and then head out.
Medieval village. That's only 3,500. I love this.
My apologies, I completely forgot to film an outro, so I'm now back home. But enjoyed the Lego store as usual. I like that new Hogsmeade set, that's quite cool. In general, another great day at Legoland. Got done a lot more than I thought I would. Pleasantly surprised in the end, but I was quite keen looking for those discounts, as I said, walking past the queue lines and going, okay, if I got in that Monster House party I'd be on the next cycle, or okay, looks like I'd be on the next train for the LEGOLAND Express, etc, etc. So we did quite well. I was only in there from, I had lunch at 12:30, that finished about 1:15, so about 3 hours and 45 minutes. And we got done loads. Merlin's Challenge, the Dragon, Jolly Rocker, Pirate Falls, Ninjago, Laser Raiders, had a little stroll through the Enchanted Forest, Deep Sea Adventure, Monster Party, yeah, Legoland Express, so got loads done. I said just watch those queue lines, hey, poke your head in, see if it's worth it, and if not, keep going on. If I'd been there all day I would have got done Flight of the Skyline and Hydra's Challenge and Minifigure Speedway. Although yet again, I've said this before, Minifigure Speedway makes me feel a little ill on the backwards section. But yeah, another great day. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks Legoland! Thanks Legoland for a great day. And please watch some more if you enjoyed yourself. Hang around, stay a while, and I'll see you in the next one.